The who's who of media, technology and the investment world all gathering right now, gathering at the 27th annual Allen and Company Conference in Sun Valley, Idaho. One of the biggest names there is News Corporation's Chairman and Chief Executive Officer, Rupert Murdoch, who joins us right now. Mr. Chairman, thanks very much for joining us. We appreciate it, sir.
Fine. Good afternoon.
The story that is really buzzing all around the country and certainly here in New York is that the News of the World, a News Corporation newspaper in Britain, used...
I'm not talking about that issue at all today. I'm sorry.
Okay. No worries, Mr. Chairman. That's fine with me.
I'm too far removed out of here.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
That's all right, sir. Media attitudes towards President Obama. Do you think there is a switch? Do you perceive a switch from very much a supportive attitude to perhaps a little bit more critical?
No, not yet. I think it'll come in time. I think the media is pretty, apart from the Wall Street Journal and Fox News and a few of our outlets, it remains very supportive of him. Perhaps not of all his policies. I've seen attacks in the Financial Times that he's not tough enough or left-wing enough. On the other hand, I think when the mood of the public sees unemployment go above 10% before Christmas, things like that, if the bad things happen that are predicted, I think it's inevitable the public mood will change.
Do you have a feeling about President Obama's strategy in dealing with this recession, which is really to use the government as the agent of change? A lot of government spending, taxes increasing, coming down the road at us. Do you have an opinion on that as to whether that's the right thing to do to get us out of this problem?
Yeah, I think, a lot of the stuff he's had to do is correct. But basically, the methodology, which is saying, well, here's $800 billion or whatever, let Congress work out how to spend it, I think that's crazy. I think that leads to tremendous waste.
At this conference...
it's much more important for him to go and say, look, here's $100 billion for education, and here's my policy, how to reform education, how to spend this money, and I'll fight for it, whatever the teachers' union says or whatever the Congress says. He would have a lot more public support and a lot more effect.
What's the opinion of the other people at that conference? I mean, they're the movers and shakers, certainly the media and the technology industries.
There's not been a lot of politics talk, really. But I'm shocked at the business mood, which is talking about either that we're at the bottom of the recession or we're going lower, but that it's going to take years and years, like 5 years at least, before we see any real growth coming out of this.
That's the mood at that conference. They're not optimistic then.
I would say the conference is definitely, it's a very bearish, very bearish.
May I ask you about making money out of digital? That seems to be a big problem in the internet area. How do you take analog dollars and turn them into digital dollars? Has anybody got any good answers there at that conference?
Yeah, we have the answer. We're doing it now very well at the Wall Street Journal. You get the wallstreetjournal.com and you pay for it. And there's 1.25 million people nearly who are doing that. And we get a lot of advertising with it. It's a big business for us. And no one else has had the nerve to do that yet. I think, we're very specialized there, and people in finance or the investments probably need us more than they need, an ordinary local newspaper. But I do believe you're going to see, and we have a lot of plans I'm not ready to disclose yet, to really lead the newspaper industry into monetizing what it has. It's true what people say, the distribution of news, it gets cheaper every day because of new technology, and one day you won't need printing presses or paper. But you've still got to have something to move it, and i.e. content, the news itself, and that can't come free.
There's been some speculation that maybe
it's not because we don't want it to be free. Yep. It just costs money.
Yeah. Some speculation that News Corporation wants to introduce a Kindle-like electronic reader. which would mean News Corporation's getting into the hardware business as opposed to just purely the content business. Would you comment on that?
Yes, I don't think that's likely. We're looking and talking to a lot of laboratories and big companies around the world like Sony, Fujitsu, Samsung, who are all working on wireless readers for books or for newspapers or for magazines. I think they're a year or two away being marketed in a mass way, high-quality ones. And we will be absolutely neutral. We're very happy to have our products distributed over any device, provided it's only going to subscribers who are paying for it.
Rupert Murdoch, Chairman, Chief Executive Officer of News Corporation, parent of this company, of course, this network. Thank you very much for joining us, sir. We do appreciate it.
Thank you. Thanks very much.